Hey everyone, I'm Wearable Whisper, and this morning Fitbit announced they are voluntarily recalling all Fitbit Ionic smartwatches. Now this device was released in fall of 2017 and continued to be sold on Fitbit.com up until 2020. So if you still have a Fitbit Ionic smartwatch, you can follow the instructions here to return it and get a refund. So we're going to start here with the Consumer Product Safety Commission's website. Now this information is going to be geared toward the United States, but it does apply to almost any country, I believe. Anyone that has sold the Fitbit Ionic. So this is saying Fitbit recalls Ionic smartwatches due to a burn hazard. They did sell 1 million or so in the United States. The hazard here is that the lithium-ion battery can overheat, which poses a burn hazard. So the remedy here is a refund, which we'll go into more detail a little bit. And it started here on March 2nd, 2022, which is the day I'm recording this video, so information could change. So keep up to date with that in the links in the description below. So Fitbit sold about 1 million Fitbit Ionics in the United States. In addition, another 693 or so were sold internationally, so it does affect all of them, no matter which color version. If you got the Adidas Special Edition, I believe they're all affected. I'll show you some video here showing what the Fitbit Ionic looks like and how to confirm that you have a Fitbit Ionic. It's got the one button on the left side, 2 on the right, and it has a specific charger. It's also the FB503 designation on the back in extremely small font. So just to verify you do have a Fitbit Ionic. So down here there's some more information. We'll go to this website in a moment. Some more details. It's showing that includes all of the model numbers. So FB503 just means Ionic, and then these last 4 digits are just the specific color combination you got, as shown here. And again here, this shows this is the special Adidas edition is also affected. So it only involves the Fitbit Ionic smartwatch. No other Fitbits are affected. So it says consumers should immediately stop using the recalled Ionic smartwatches. So this is just kind of a CYA, if you know what that means. Just for abundance of safety, please do stop wearing your Ionic, always do that, smartwatch, and go ahead and contact Fitbit to receive prepaid packaging to return the device. Here's the key here, at least in the United States. Upon receipt of the device, consumers will be issued a refund of $299 US. I believe the exchange rate for if you're in a different country that could be affected, but I think it's based on that refund. I'm not 100% sure about non-United States, so you'll have to see for yourself. Fitbit will also provide participating customers with a discount code for 40% off select Fitbit devices, so we'll see what that select means. Or you could consider, you've probably already moved on, or if you haven't, you might consider a different brand, who knows. Anyway, so what actually prompted this recall? There were incidents and injuries reported in the United States and elsewhere, but they're talking about at least 115 reports in the United States, 59 reports internationally of the battery in the watch overheating. Of those 115 plus 59, I guess. Well, it says of those, 78 reports of burn injuries in the United States, including 2 reports of 3rd-degree burns and 4 reports of 2nd-degree burns, along with 40 reports of burn injuries internationally. So they've divided out their United States versus international numbers. So less than 200 reports and a bit over 120-ish burn injuries worldwide. So yeah, here it shows this was sold at these places nationwide on Amazon and Fitbit from September 2017, and then you can get them through non-Fitbit avenues through December 2021 or so. Fitbit stopped production of Ionic in 2020, so they didn't sell them on their store after that. And then this just does show that this recall was conducted voluntarily by the company. And So the thing they tell you to do is you can go to this link, help.fitbit.com/ionic. It will automatically take you to your specific country's webpage here. So I would highly recommend, I'll include this link in the description below. And then you can click here, or I'll also include this link in the description below. And okay. And so here it says voluntary safety recall of Ionic smartwatches, March 2nd, 2022. So this kind of tells you about the health and safety of Fitbit users are our highest priority. We're taking this action out of abundance of caution for our users. We will offer a refund to Fitbit Ionic customers. So again, this voluntary recall is specific to Fitbit Ionic devices. It does not impact any other Fitbit smartwatches or trackers. And they do ask you, if you own a Fitbit Ionic, please stop using your device. For more information on how to receive a refund, visit our refund center. So I'll go over that after this, but there are some FAQs below here and a phone line you can call for customer service. So I'll just go through these real quick. Why did you do a recall? In very limited instances, the battery in the Ionic smartwatch can overheat, posing a burn hazard. So they're taking this action to recall out of abundance of caution. If your Ionic is working normally, do you need to stop using it? Yes, they want you to stop using your Ionic. They stopped producing Ionic in 2020 and are not offering replacement Ionic devices as part of the recall, so you can receive a refund. I don't have an Ionic, but I'm wearing my Fitbit device. Is that device safe to wear? They say it does not affect any other Fitbit smartwatches or trackers other than the Ionic. How do you know if you have a Fitbit Ionic? Again, I'll show you this, but this is in general what it should look like. It has the color screen, the one button on the left, two buttons on the right, and this is the tiny little FB503. You might need to look with a magnifying glass on the back of your watch. What causes the problem? They say, I already talked about that. Can you get a new device? They're offering a refund. We'll go over that in a moment. You cannot purchase a new Ionic because they stopped producing them. Options for compensation. They're doing a refund, but I'll show you on this refund page what you can actually get. What is my refund? We're offering a refund of $299 US to Fitbit Ionic customers. So I think if you're not outside the US, the conversion rate will just change to whatever that is. So it may be less in your currency. How long do you have? You have 90 days to redeem the special offer you received after registering for your refund. So I believe this is a 40% off certain items in the Fitbit.com store. If you don't know the email address for the Fitbit account that you use with your Ionic, you'll need to contact them first. If you have an Ionic you no longer use, you can get the refund. So if you haven't already given away or sold or gotten rid of your Ionic and you still have it sitting at home, you can return it for a refund. So I would highly recommend go ahead and doing that. There's no reason not to. The best device to purchase to replace the Ionic. They don't really give you specific options here. I can throw some options here on the page if you really want to know that. How do I erase my personal information from my watch? You will want to try to do a factory reset perhaps. You can go to this page to learn how to do so. I may do a video on that here later myself if I haven't already, which I don't know if I have. What happens to my Fitbit data if I consent to disabling syncing from my device? So if you are currently using Ionic, go ahead and sync it to your phone to retain any data that you've already collected. Once you unsync it, it will stop syncing data to your device, but your device will not be lost. It will still be in the history of your Fitbit account for the account you were using your Ionic with. How do you get your refund? We got to visit this page. Where's my refund? It's the first day, so you can contact them. Seems like maybe more information once you fill out the form. How do you dispose of Ionic if you can't return it? You got to look at this website. This is not a skin irritation issue. This is an actual battery overheating issue. And here are all the numbers, dedicated line numbers for calling if you have questions. And I actually did call into them a few tens of minutes ago because I had an issue filling out their page. So they are answering this line, and it is specific to the Fitbit Ionic recall. I'm not sure if it's Fitbit customer support or the recall center customer support, so we'll see. So anyway, how to receive a refund. You have to click this link. Down here you can see in the bottom it says fitbitionic.expertinquiry.com, so you'll click on that. And here's the page. It says Fitbit Ionic recall. Please complete the form below to begin your registration process. So basically you need to fill out your country. So like I said, this is not just United States. It does deal with a lot of countries. I'm assuming every country that is sold in Ionic, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So you'll want to click your country, and then United States, you'll need to also say your state or territory. You'll see these little gears moving, so it kind of associates a tag or ID, I guess, with your filling out of this form. So you do have to wait for these little gears to stop moving. And I might skip forward ahead in this video, but it could take a little while, especially here in the beginning days when maybe a lot of people are all trying to fill out this form at the same time. There have been some issues with this form today. I've had issues not being able to submit the form and having it hang on me. I called their customer support line, and essentially the agent there wasn't even able to log in to help me out. So it's very possible you might want to, if you're watching this soon after this video is released, you might want to wait to try to fill out this form. You'll still get your, you'll still be able to fill out the form likely weeks and maybe even months from now, but maybe wait a few days because it doesn't seem like this is gonna be smooth sailing on day one. So I'll put up some screenshots here of what I was looking at when I was filling out this form. The most important things to know is you do need to know the email account that was associated with your Fitbit account that had the Ionic linked to it. So if you have one Fitbit account, that's the one you'll use. If you have multiple, you'll have to know. One way you can find that out is if you had batteries low notifications come to your email, or yeah, that was the way that I figured it out because I do have more than one Fitbit account. Yeah, and then the other thing is, at least in the United States, you only have two options for getting a refund. It is either PayPal or a prepaid virtual MasterCard debit card. So PayPal, I am guessing, not confirmed, will likely take their processing fee, which at a minimum is usually 2.9% plus 30 cents. So we're talking a little under $9 in the United States. If you're okay with that and you just want the money, you know, that is an option. It's not a prohibitive fee in that case. But another option, only other option, with PayPal, you'll have to give your PayPal email address, but the other option is getting the prepaid debit card. And if you do that, you might want to do something like buy an Amazon gift card with it or some other kind of gift card, because usually with a debit card, you cannot make a purchase over that amount, and you cannot make a purchase with more than one other credit card with that debit card. So anyway, that's just a pro tip. If you want to go that route, it's up to you, obviously, to decide which version of the refund you want, but those were my considerations, and I wanted to let you know about those considerations. So yeah, as of today, I can't show you exactly how the whole process works because their registration form is probably getting too much traffic. I guess a lot of those million or 1.7 million international users are trying to get their refund because it is a pretty big amount. But yeah, so that's the Fitbit Ionic recall here in 2020. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing, as I do a lot of Fitbit videos on this channel. I'm also going to be branching out to, and have branched out to, some other brands. I'm especially becoming a bit of an Apple Watch fan because I'm an iPhone user. But I try to do all the big brands here: Fitbit, Samsung, Apple Watch, Garmin, and I try to help you choose your best wearable. So if you're trying to find a replacement for your Ionic, basically if you use an iPhone, I would say the first place to look might be an Apple Watch SE. If you use an Android phone, you kind of got options there. If you use a Samsung phone, maybe look, and you want a smartwatch, maybe look into the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. If you have a Google Pixel phone, there may or may not be a Google Pixel Watch coming out sometime before June. So if you can go without a watch in that time, or whatever you choose to do, just know that might be an option coming up later this year. Garmin's are also pretty good. The Venue series and Venue 2, Venue SQ are all in line with the Ionic. So yeah, I hope this gave you some information, and thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you in another video.